with that, let the game begin.
Green light, red light.
Good day to each and everyone. We are the Group 1 and the assigned topic for us is preventing injuries through fitness training and nutritional considerations. And for our objectives, number 1, discuss the foundation and principles of conditioning. Number 2, explain the importance of proper warm-up and proper conditioning. Number 3, explain the importance of flexibility, strength, and cardio, respiratory endurance for athletics and injury prevention. And lastly, discuss the nutritional considerations. Physical fitness. Proper physical conditioning for sports participation should prepare the athlete for a high-level performance while helping to prevent injuries inherent to the sport. Physical fitness definition is that physical fitness is a state of well-being that allows a person to perform their daily routines and activities with a sense of vigor, stamina, and energy. So here in physical fitness, when participating or joining a specific or certain sport, we need to condition our physical well-being in order for us to be aware, and prepared for a high-level performance in order to prevent injuries with regards to that specific sport. So, moreover, when you are physically fit, it can help you to lessen or reduce the risk of injury. In physical fitness, we need to include or consist the elements of being a fit in physical. Number 1, we need to have a muscular strength. Number 2, flexibility. Number 3, cardiovascular endurance. Number 4, muscular endurance. And of course, number 5, the body composition. Preventing athletic injuries. We need the 4 factors in order to prevent athletic injuries. Number 1, we need education. Second one is rule enforcement. Another one is proper matching of participations during practice. And lastly, the elements of physical fitness. The first, educating the athlete. For instructors, they need to teach about the dangers involved in that sport and also the proper techniques for that particular sport. For example, the ATCN coach should educate the football athlete about his helmet. So that helmet is used for protection, not for weapon. So what are the purposes of conditioning and strength training for our physical well-being? Of course, it optimizes performance and athletic development. It can prevent injury or reduce the risk of an injury. And people in other exercise settings can enhance health and wellness, optimize performance, and maintain health and wellness, and of course, improve quality of living.
Fitness training or evaluations. They have 2 evaluations. The first one is ongoing evaluations. For athletes, help to identify particular weaknesses that may have developed. For physical active or non-competitive athletes, indicate progress toward fitness goals and whether changes in the program are advisable. To explain, ongoing evaluation of student learning provide continuous feedback on the effectiveness of instructions and indicate areas where a change in instructional strategy may be advised. So the second one is post-season fitness evaluations. Used to plan and assist the off-season training program. So I believe the post-season evaluation should be centered around clarifying and reassessing the program's strength, weaknesses, what went wrong, and what was done well. It is a time to look over your beliefs, structure, and vision of your program. It is important to also include your athletes and their input and their satisfactions and how well they thought the coaching and season went. This is also a good time to look and see if your athlete made any progress athletically or even academically. Exercise perceptions. So goal setting. They had 3 goals. The first one is short-term goals. So include immediate individual day and short-range month goals. Contribute to the long-term goal. To explain, a short-term goal is one that is achievable in a shorter amount of time. Some example of short-term goals could include work 3 times a week, eat less carbs, or run 1 mile every day. If you already work out 3 times a week, vow to exercise 5 times a week. So the second one is long-term goals. Must be established by the athlete, should be specific, measurable, and attributable to the conditioning program. To explain, long-term goals are generally the goals you would like to achieve in a 6 to 12 month time frame. This could be aesthetic goals, performance-based goals, for example, strength or flexibility related, or a combination of both. So the third one is limitation to the plan. Recognition the obstacles to achieving the goal will occur and establish alternate plans, provide communication and encouragement. So for me, be thoughtful to the plan you made to have better improvement and condition your body. So another exercise perception is exercise plan. First one is training volume, amount of work performed. So in the word volume is a measure of the total amount of activity or work that you perform. So for example, if you're an aerobic athlete, if you measure training is in unit like distance and time. So training volume usually involves variables like repetitions, set, weight, time, distance traveled, and effort. So another one is exercise order. So the exercise order typically indicates or dictates the large muscle group or multi-joint exercise to be performed before small muscle group or single joint exercises. So the third one is station approach. Maximize overload on one muscle group before moving to the next. So the fourth one is circuit training. So work as muscle group to fatigue and then hurry to the next exercise, maintaining the elevated heart rate. Nutritional considerations. Injuries are normal and expected part of exercise participations. Regardless of severity, an injury typically result in the athlete's short or long-term removal from participations. Nutritional intervention may augment the recovery process and support optimal healing. So therefore, incorporating nutritional strategies is important at each stage of healing process. In addition, nutritional considerations include pre, during, and post-performance needs. Nutrition is vital to the bodily functions and should always be in balance. So athletes should always eat enough vegetables, fruit, dairy, protein, fats, and grains. Nutritional recommendation reduce surgical complications, minimize deficits after immobilizations, and maximize the chance of safe return to play. These recommendations include identifying the individual's caloric requirements to ensure that energy needs are being met. A higher protein intake with especially attention to eventually distributed consumption throughout the day will help to minimize loss of muscles and strength during immobilizations. Dietary supplement strategies may be useful when navigating the challenges of appropriate caloric intake and timing the reduced appetite. In addition, it should include food full of calcium, iron, potassium, and fiber. You also need vitamins in their diet, such as A, C, and E. Try not to be tempted by junk foods, which an empty source of calories. Instead, focus on lean meat, whole grain, and mixture of fruits and vegetables to fuel your body.
So let us now proceed to calorie needs. So energy needs and quality of calories should be evaluated post-surgery and during recovery. So it would be a big help if we take a lot of calories because calories are the units of energy released by our body when it digests and absorbs food. So the higher the calorie content of a food that we eat, the more energy it can provide to our body. So a diet consisting of complex carbohydrates, high quality protein, and high quality fats is advised. For example, create a plate with a 30-gram serving of complete proteins paired with a complex whole grain. So add fresh fruits and vegetables in a variety of colors, and this will help to provide antioxidants to enhance recovery, control inflammation, and provide important micronutrients to our body. Next is protein needs. So demand for amino acids is also significantly elevated after an injury. Amino acid uptake accelerates to support wound healing, tissue rebuilding, and glycemic control. Without nutritional support, this hypermetabolic demand for amino acids is met by the catabolism of skeletal muscle. So this could result in substantial loss of skeletal muscles or delayed wound healing. So eating protein is a very big help in recovery because it helps our body repair and form a new cells. Complex carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are a key source of energy during rehabilitation. Their contribution to recovery is expansive, including roles in immunology, hormonal factors, and enzymatic processes. They also have a protein-sparing effect in catabolic states. A high carbohydrate diet reduces muscle protein breakdown more than a high-fat diet. So, these carbohydrates aids in the restoration of immune function. So, carbohydrates are found in a wide array of both healthy and unhealthy foods like bread, beans, milk, popcorn, potatoes, cookies, spaghetti, soft drinks, and many more. Let's proceed to micronutrients. Vitamins and minerals are the most frequently consumed dietary supplements. Unlike other supplements, vitamins and certain minerals are considered essential due to their roles in normal physiological function. So, deficiencies in most micronutrients can be problematic and should be avoided, especially during times of high stress due to the increased metabolic demands of recovery from injury and surgery. Increased emphasis on micronutrient intake may be important. So, micronutrients are one of the most important nutrient groups our body requires. So, vitamins and minerals are among them. So, vitamins are required for energy production, immune function, blood clotting, and a variety of other processes. Specifically, vitamins A, C, and E because it has an important role in immunonutrition for injury recovery and wound healing. So, to sum it up, nutrition plays an essential role in injury recovery and rehabilitation. Rich data support practical nutritional recommendations for reducing surgical complications, minimizing muscle loss during immobilization, and maximizing return to play. The individual's caloric requirements should be identified to ensure that energy needs are being met. Higher protein intakes with special attention to evenly distributed consumption throughout the day will minimize loss of muscle mass and strength during times of immobilization. When supported by a strong nutritional plan, the results of rehabilitation can be enhanced and potentially accelerated, helping injured athletes to recover faster and safely return to play sooner. It is substantial to incorporate basic nutritional recommendations such as those calorie needs, protein, complex carbohydrates, and micronutrients. So, nutrition in the foods you eat play an important role in injury prevention and recovery. So, the composition of your diet can have a significant impact on minimizing muscle loss during injury recovery. So, that ends of our report, and thank you for playing with us.